There once was a young woman who didn't have a riding hood, red or otherwise. She didn't seem to need it for protection from wind, weather, or even radical right-wing hoaxers. She didn't even need the hair so many young women so cherished and nourished. She could say what needed saying with no shields, no pretenses, no need to justify or hide who she was. Most likely, she was always that way, known only to the circle of family, friends, and teachers in her immediate world. Then one day, without deciding to make the journey, without even being asked if she was willing to make the journey, she found herself traveling through a very dark wood. One where 17 of her schoolmates could not complete the journey. There was no picnic basket of goodies and a friendly grandmother waiting for her on the other side. The wolf did not await her. He came to her and her classmates. "My, what a shiny new AR-15, some gun enthusiast might have said the day the young wolf made his purchase. "The better to kill you with," he might have thought, awaiting the day he could make his dark fantasies reality. There was no woodsman to rescue the young woman, to extricate her grandmother, nor her schoolmates from the jaws of death. She and those who survived made a courageous decision. They became their own heroes, determined that the wolf and his kindred would no longer prowl unfettered to other schools, to other students, to other innocents going about their daily lives. He was not the first wolf, nor would he be the last. The young woman and her colleagues, nor anyone else for that matter, had the grand magic to cure the darkness that could grow within the human heart. But they could do something about the weapon used, for the lethal nature of wolves had grown with new technology that turned canines into killing machines. Now there was the capacity for wholesale slaughter, killing for the joy of killing, for those whose inner sickness turned a simple wolf into a monster. The young woman and her comrades spoke out, questioning the wholesale availability of weapons capable of firing 800 rounds per minute. They spoke, they marched, they planned, joined as they did so by hundreds of thousands of people horrified at how common it had become for wolves to go rogue, slaughtering people in schools and concerts and churches. Amazingly, some cared far more about the right to ownership of any kind of firearm than about the innocents killed. The young woman and her comrades, still children themselves, became the object of their ire. They endured attacks and lies and defamation, but they spoke on. They marched on. They continued to swear, never again. A few among those elected to serve as the nation's woodsmen began to take notice, to remember the jobs they were tasked to do. In short, they remembered they were woodsmen, entrusted to protect the interests and safety of the entire nation, not just a handful of powerful donors. The outcome is yet to be determined. Only one thing seems certain. Little Brown Fighting Hood and her companions will continue to do all they can to ensure that no more children are forced into that dark wood.